All right, so I said that I might have to make a second video tonight um because of some shit happening um in the off season. We don't know if there's gonna be breaking news. We don't know what the hell's gonna happen. And I knew that probably I was gonna have to make another video tonight because it's the NBA off season. Nothing is ever stable. Not that nothing's ever stable, but like nothing is ever safe in this situation. Um, um, but I did not expect. I'm sorry for doing that long, but I was trying to think. But we just got news that Jabari Smith, by the title of this video, has gotten a 5-year, $122 million rookie extension. Now, first of all, congrats to Jabari Smith on getting this payday. He clearly must be showing promise that the Rockets believe in that they are willing to give out this contract. Um, with Brooks gone, he's going to be, considering Whitmore is probably going to get traded, based off the reports we've been hearing. He's gonna get a lot of play time this season. We're gonna see how he fits in with this team. Not fits in with this team, but how many minutes he gets. Because in the playoffs, he was really just a bench forward. He was behind Amen Thompson. Was it Amen? Amen Thompson and excuse me, yeah, Amen Thompson and who do you call it? Dylan Brooks. And sometimes Tari Eason played more than he did. And now with Dylan Brooks gone and Jalen Green gone and Durant opening up, it's going to open a spot up for Jabari Smith or Tari Eason to get into that lineup, right? And Jabari, with him, right? He was the projected number one pick in his draft class until everything fell apart 30 minutes before. He's clearly been a good he's been a good 3-point shooter the last 2 years. Not as high as everyone expected, but he's someone that could, be a huge difference maker soon, right? He's only 22 years old, right? And he's got a lot more to him than people. He may have a lot more to him than we don't realize, right? Like Tari Eason, right? So, how many years has Tari played in the league? 3. Same draft class. All right. Tari Eason has gotten the same amount of reps as Jabari Smith, minutes as Jabari Smith, right? And what this tells me, I mean, we'll see with the contracts, but this tells me they still believe in Jabari. They're not going to use him as a trade piece going forward. Tari Eason, he's going to get an extension. Kevin Durant, we're still waiting on that extension. For the Rockets, right? They're still $75 million from the luxury tax, $83 million from the first apron, and $96 million from the second million. But overall, this Rockets team, right? A lot of what it's going to come down to, right, is obviously Reed Shepard's going to have to play more, right? He needs to play more than Aaron Holiday, right? And he'll get every opportunity to do so. But, excuse me, with this roster, right, Jabari, obviously Amen Thompson has to work on his shooting, right? As defensively gifted as he is, he still needs to work on his offense, right? With Jabari Smith and Tari Eason, they need to step up. Right? This Rockets team is, despite the center play being fantastic, right? They're going to have to step up for Jalen Green leaving, right? And ultimately, with Jabari and Tari Eason, they're fighting each other right now to see who's going to be the fourth power forward of the future. Or not the fourth power forward, the starting four for the future, right? Kevin Durant, for all intents and purposes, is not 23. He's like 37 years old, right? They need to figure that out now. Maybe Tari Eason and Jabari Smith play with each other for the future. Who knows? But they're right now, in the looks of it, they're fighting each other to be the starting four, right? And we'll have to see with Tari Eason's contract and KD's extension how that all plays out. But given this contract extension, Jabari Smith is going to be a big part of this Rockets team going forward. And if he does blossom into what everyone thought he would be when he was almost a number one pick, he's going to be very on one of the best contracts in the league. And it's going to allow the team to not only get a men under contract, but basically get all the not get all the contracts, but like allow them flexibility to maybe add more people in the future if he pans out to be not a star, right? I'm not saying superstar. I don't think he'll get there, but a star, right? Allow them to get more pieces, allow them to build this team to grow. And I didn't think Tari Eason would be the first. Jabari Smith would be the first free agency signing. I did not, or rookie contract extension signing. I did not think he would, but clearly the Rockets believe in him and wanted to get this deal quickly, and honestly they probably should because there's some other things that could go on. But ultimately, and also Luke Cornett might leave the Celtics, but that's a whole other conversation. But ultimately, this Jabari Smith signing is going to get, like, let's look at their cap space, right? Let's look at their cap. I'm going to go 2026 to 2027. Jalen Green's gone. That's flopped out with Durant, probably. Like, they're going to have all this space. They're Fred VanVleet, right? They're going to have a lot of space. I'm going to assume they're going to have $20 million because KD's probably going to retire by the time this season ends, right? He might do like a 1-year extension. Tariq, I mean, might be $10 million, honestly. I think Nathan Williams might be gone. Dude, shadow him. He's fucking awesome. No, but Reed Shepard might be gone, so this might be off the books. Amen's gonna get his extension. Like, this is gonna be a pivotal year, I think, for the Rockets, because their roster is going to change a lot from like now to this, right? This is probably their like last year to be able to get any asset they want without having it to be like a big pain in the ass. And if I do this correct, 120.25, he gets $24.4 million a year, no escalate, right? They might be looking towards the 2026 offseason, right? They might, if Kevin Durant doesn't work out, they might be in like the sweepstakes for LeBron if they wanted to bring him 1 year, right? Let me pull up some 2026 free agents, because 2025, I'm gonna be honest, it's not that notable. There's gonna be like a lot of people. There's gonna be like a lot of let's just say bad players in free agency. So obviously you have KD. You can let him walk if he ends up being terrible. Who is in this tree? You have Trae Young available. You have DeAndre Ayton isn't getting shit. I'm sorry. Fox might be available, although I don't think you're signing him. You're not getting Hartenstein. Jaren Jackson is on the open market. He might be very valuable as a four paired with Şengün. There's just a lot of options you have here, potentially. And so, really, what this is going to come down to, Risha Shea's not going to be there. But really, what this is probably going to come down to is, also, you have Cole Anthony in this. They have Cole Anthony here. No, I don't see any. Not Paolo. Nah. But, actually, Paolo will be unrestricted, maybe. Nah, he won't. There's just a lot here. There might be a lot of people available that they can go get. And so, ultimately, I do wonder, like, with this deal, it's going to give them a lot of flexibility, right? It basically replaces the Dillon Brooks contract. But it gives them the ability, potentially, because KD's going to come off the books, and with this, if how cheap this contract will be by the time 2026 rolls around, or next year, is going to be a lot, right? It's going to matter a lot. They're going to be able to make moves if they need to. And fair play to and I know I've kind of really not been stuttering a lot or just not saying things correctly. Or just completely messing up. But the fact that they got this deal for that cheap is actually pretty good. Shout out to Jabari for getting paid. I mean, the Rockets clearly believe in him to be a big piece of their core. And shout out to the Rockets for getting this deal done early. You know, Smith wanted to get paid, and Yeah, I mean, shout out to him. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. Um, let's see what happens with Jabari Smith's development. I hope he pans out for the Rockets' sake. But yeah, we have what? Also, Tariq Scooble's a fucking animal. But yeah, I still have more. I'm kidding. I still have more FIBA World Cup games to watch. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens with the Rockets. I hope this pans out for him, and I hope Jabari Smith takes the next step. If he takes the next step, they're gonna be elevate themselves to title contenders. They're going to be one of the top teams in the NBA next season. They already are. But if Eason and Smith take steps forward, watch out. They're going to be a tough team to beat. So we'll see what happens. But with that, I might get back on. Hopefully, I don't have to, and I can watch more of the FIBA World Cup games.